To see why deserts lie where they do, we can look at the Sahara from the west. The equator runs away from us across the width of Africa. It's along this line that the sun's rays strike from directly overhead, and therefore with the greatest strength. The heated air rises along the equator and flows away north and south to cooler parts of the world. Because it's warm, it carries with it a lot of moisture. But as it rises and cools, the moisture condenses first to form clouds and then to fall as rain. By the time the air comes down again over the Sahara to the left and the Kalahari to the right, it's lost most of its moisture and creates very few clouds. So the Sahara, with few clouds to shield it from the sun, becomes roastingly hot during the day. And at night, with no blanket of clouds to keep in its warmth, it gets desperately cold. Deserts are not placed symmetrically around the world because the continents themselves are distributed in a very irregular way. They are ridged with great mountain ranges which interfere with the even flow of air, and the spin of the planet itself creates vast eddies in the atmosphere which further complicates things. But even so, deserts do lie in two broad zones on either side of the equator. The pattern in Africa, with the Sahara in the north and the Kalahari and the Namib in the south, has its equivalent in the Americas. South of the lush equatorial jungles of the Amazon, beyond the great range of the Andes, lies the Atacama Desert. On the other side of the equator, beyond the drenched tropical rainforests of Panama, stretch the deserts of Mexico and Arizona. Across the Pacific, the greatest expanse of water on the globe, lies south of the equator, Australia, most of which is covered by desert. Its northern tip gets close enough to the equator to collect some rain. Farther north still, beyond the jungle that blankets Indonesia and Malaysia, Thailand and Burma, across the great snow-covered range of the Himalayas, stretch the vast deserts of Central Asia, Mongolia and the Gobi. And beyond them, as we complete the circuit of the globe, the huge desert of the Middle East that covers Iran, Iraq and Jordan, Syria and Israel, the vast sandy emptiness of Arabia, and runs on to join the Sahara.